Let's make mushroom marsala and risotto. We're going to use these oyster mushrooms as our protein. We're going to have mushroom risotto to go with this mushroom marsala. Let's slice this whole onion, about 6 cloves of garlic total. We're going full vegan. This is my homemade vegetable stock. I'm going to add dehydrated mixed mushroom, dry porcini. It's going to fortify that mushroom flavor. We're going to use this stock in our marsala and in our risotto preparation. Olive oil. We're going to just drop these mushrooms. We're going to use another skillet. The heavy skillet is going to press that mushroom down. It's going to push out a lot of the water, and it's going to give this mushroom a nice meaty texture. We're stirring and we're compressing. We're going to go with a little lemon rosemary salt from Sin City, and then we're going to compress again. We can move this to the side for a little bit and continue prepping. We got a shallot, and we're going to use this for our risotto. A nice fine dice. We're going to need mushrooms for mushroom risotto. I'm going to take these and just put them in a dry pan. We're going to like kind of toast these. Okay, I'm going to hit these with a little bit of seasoning now. A little bit more of this Sin City salt, lemon rosemary, granulated onion, granulated garlic, Italian seasoning, and a little bit of black pepper. More olive oil right before we flip. Watch the flip. We're getting nice and toasty. We're getting seared. We're getting compressed. That's going to give great texture to these mushrooms. Yeah, I think that's enough compressing. Look at these. These are mushrooms, or is that some type of chicken? I'm going to remove these to the side for a little bit. All right, so we got a nice hot pan. Let's grab these onions, a little bit of salt so they can start releasing some of their moisture. Mushrooms, garlic, just a little bit of flour. Let's cook this flour out a little bit. And now we're going to deglaze this with some Marsala wine. I'm going to cut my heat because I don't want to have a fire. We'll do about a good cup of wine. Heat back on. And we're going to allow this wine to cook out. All right, we're starting to dry up a little bit here. So all that alcohol is out. We're going to ladle in some stock. This is my homemade vegetable stock. I'm saving all of my vegetable scraps that I cut and chop and peel. This is what I make out of it. So I got some plant butter, full vegan. This is gonna just make it luscious. I want to put a little bit of red wine vinegar. And now we're just adding it to this hot Marsala sauce. Check that out. A little parsley, extra virgin to olive oil. Add your shallot. Arborio rice. We're gonna toast this rice a little bit. Lemon rosemary salt from Sin City. We're gonna put some vermouth in here. If you don't have vermouth, you can use like a dry white wine. So now we start adding stock, one ladle at a time, maybe one or two. When you start stirring, you agitate this starch and it becomes creamy based on how much starch is released from the rice grain. Keep on stirring until you see that water starting to dry out. You add some more stock. I'm just gonna keep stirring. Plant butter. I'm going to add now this nutritional yeast, which is made from yeast and nutrition, apparently. And this is a vegan substitute for cheese, for like Parmesan cheese. They use this. So instead of mounting this with Parm, we're going to mount it with some of this nutritional yeast, full vegan. And here is our mushrooms that were toasted and roasted. Finish it with some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to take just a little piece right there and some sauce. Mushroom marsala.